At least 7 people are dead and 170 missing after a piece of a Himalayan glacier fell into a river and triggered a huge flood in northern India. The floodwaters burst open a dam and a deluge of water poured through a valley in the state of Uttarakhand. Most of the missing are believed to be workers from 2 hydropower plants in the area. Hundreds of troops, paramilitaries and military helicopters have been sent to the region to help with rescue efforts. Experts are investigating the incident, though it is not yet clear what might have caused the glacial burst. Uttarakhand police said an avalanche struck on Sunday, destroying a dam known as the Rishinganga hydroelectric project. Police said the impact catapulted water along the Dauli Ganga River, damaging another power project downstream in the Tapovan area. One witness compared the flash flood to a scene from a Bollywood film. Emergency workers had earlier evacuated dozens of villages, but authorities later said the main flood danger had passed. Emergency crew have managed to rescue 16 workers who had been trapped inside a tunnel that had been filled with debris. The son of a Pakistani climber who has gone missing during an expedition on K2 said on Sunday that the chances of finding his father alive are next to none. Renowned Pakistani climber Muhammad Ali Satpara and 2 other mountaineers, John Snorri from Iceland and Juan Pablo Moore from Chile, had gone missing as they were getting close to the summit of the world's second highest mountain K2 on Friday. The team lost contact with base camp late on Friday. Satpara's son, Sajid Ali Satpara, said he was forced to quit the same expedition after running short of oxygen. A search and rescue team from the Pakistan Army searched for the missing climbers on Saturday and Sunday in extremely challenging weather and flew as high as 7,800 meters but found no clues due to bad weather. The search is expected to continue on Monday. Sajid suggested that the 3 climbers were probably involved in an accident while descending from the K2 bottleneck, considered the most dangerous route of the entire expedition. Winds on K2's peak, which is also called the Savage Mountain, can blow at more than 200 kilometers per hour and temperatures drop to minus 60 degrees Celsius. Protests erupted in a popular lakeside resort in southern Chile after a policeman shot and killed a street performer in the normally sleepy village, prompting the government of President Sebastián Pinera to call an emergency meeting on Saturday. Astonished attacked several public buildings in Panguipulli late on Friday, including the municipal headquarters, which was still smoldering early on Saturday. Protesters also set burning barricades and threw rocks at a police station, according to official and local media reports. Wider protests since late 2019 have put the country's Carabinero police force under intense scrutiny, with local and international watchdog groups alleging excessive use of force and human rights violations. Chilean police have detained the officer involved in the shooting while it is investigated, according to officials who said the protests had slowed the evidence-gathering process. Interior Minister Rodrigo Delgado, who convened his staff on Saturday to discuss the events, condemned the arson and promised justice would be served in the shooting. US President Joe Biden says he will not lift economic sanctions against Iran until it complies with the terms agreed under a 2015 nuclear deal. But Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, said Tehran would only return to compliance if the US first lifted all economic sanctions. The 2015 deal sought to limit Iran's nuclear program, with sanctions eased in return. Former President Donald Trump, however, withdrew the US from the deal in 2018 and reimposed sanctions, leading Iran to roll back on a number of its commitments. Iran, which says its nuclear program is peaceful, has been increasing its stockpile of enriched uranium. Enriched uranium can be used to make reactor fuel, but also nuclear bombs. Iran has repeatedly said it could quickly reverse those violations if US sanctions are removed, but has ruled out any talks over the country's ballistic missile program and Tehran's influence in the Middle East, where Iran and Saudi Arabia have been involved in proxy wars of decades. British drug maker AstraZeneca said its vaccine developed with the University of Oxford appeared to offer only limited protections against mild disease caused by the South African variant of COVID-19, based on early data from a trial. A study from South Africa's University of the Witwatersrand and Oxford University showed the vaccine had significantly reduced efficacy against the South African variant, according to a Financial Times report published earlier in the day. Among coronavirus variants currently most concerning for scientists and public health experts are the so-called British, South African and Brazilian variants, which appear to spread more swiftly than others. The company said it believed its vaccine could protect against a severe disease, given that the neutralizing antibody activity was equivalent to that of other COVID-19 vaccines that have demonstrated protection against a severe disease. The trial, which involves 2,026 people, of whom half formed the placebo group, has not been peer-reviewed, while thousands of individual changes have arisen as the virus mutates into new variants. Only a tiny minority are likely to be important or change the virus in an appreciable way. Heavy snowfall brought joy to children and disruption to commuters in the Netherlands on Sunday as the country experienced its first nationwide weather alert in 9 years. The government on Sunday advised citizens to stay at home as the National Weather Institute KNMI issued a code red for the entire country. KNMI warned of icy winds up to 19 km per hour and of up to 20 centimeters of snow. It said the cold blast could lead to hazardous snow drifts on roads and cause limited visibility. All coronavirus testing facilities were shut down, while major supermarkets cancelled deliveries and train services were suspended. Dutch railway operator NS issued a statement on its website indicating the country's network operator ProRail encountered a number of issues with its switches and added it could lead to further disruptions of its train services on Monday. The stay-at-home order added to an already broad lockdown in which non-essential stores, restaurants, bars and other public places have been closed for weeks, and people have been told to limit travel in the fight against the coronavirus pandemic. In the Bolivian city of El Alto, indigenous residents are lining up to use a steam booth for herbal medicine in the belief that it will ward off the coronavirus. Locals step inside the booth and receive a steam treatment with herbs such as eucalyptus and chamomile. Although modern medicine has not established a link between stopping coronavirus and herbal medicine, these locals say this pre-Hispanic tradition works by boosting the body's respiratory system. Bolivia is among South America's poorest countries, and the second wave of coronavirus cases has pummeled its ailing healthcare system, pushing many hospitals to the brink of collapse. The Andean country has reported 225,910 infections and 10,687 deaths from COVID-19 since the outbreak began. Infections in recent days have reached 80% of the first wave peak.